Hi, so my name is Kelsey Hammer, and I've decided that the best way to kind of communicate the lesson that I learned from the audio essay was to make a sort of webcam video. And the reason for this is that throughout the audio essay, I felt that the biggest lesson I learned was that I could use my own voice in a piece. And I've made a lot of Camtasia projects before, and sort of video essay with audio essay kind of elements in them. But I never liked using my own voice. I always felt that my own voice kind of broke sort of the ambiance of the videos or the projects, and that it was distracting from the material that I was trying to talk about. So I never used my own voice. Unfortunately, when it comes to the audio essay project in this course, you have to use your own voice. So that was something I struggled with, but kind of grew through and was able to do. And so that's why I wanted to make this video with the webcam, was to show that I sort of learned a lesson about using my own voice and my own person in my projects, and hopefully that's something I can take with me into even other mediums, such as the Vine project, or even just writing an essay. Remembering that your own voice can come in sometimes and really help prove a point. And so something else I struggled with the audio essay was the piecing together of elements. I used a lot of different clips along with my own narration, and these included clips from Midnight in Paris, directed by Woody Allen, Vivacious Lady with Jimmy Stewart and Ginger Rogers, which had a sort of similar storyline to the story Head and Shoulders by F. Scott Fitzgerald, which I was looking at in my project, as well as just other stock footage of F. Scott Fitzgerald and interviews and documentaries about him. And I was able to use all these pieces, which were really interesting, and I liked the way they sounded, but they sort of didn't mesh really well with my narration. And so this caused a problem with listening to the essay, because there were parts of the essay that were really high professional audio quality and had these great narrators or different people discussing F. Scott Fitzgerald, and they were very enlightening, but then you would transition into my voice, which the audio was not as professional, and it sort of created this break every time there was a transition. And I was kind of struggling with how to create audio transitions in a way that was different than I had been doing, and similar to a video essay when you create visual transitions. And so as I sort of begin to revise the audio essay project, I'm thinking about possibly using music or longer breaks in between the elements to kind of make the listening experience more streamlined and more engaging for the listener, because right now it's very choppy and patchy. And I also struggled with my own voice in the sense that I had a cold, and it was difficult for me to find places to record. And so that's one thing I want to look at going back into the essay, is how can I make the audio quality even better. And I also struggled with Audacity. I tended to use Camtasia a lot more for audio, which was easier, but I really need to go back and look in and at Audacity a lot more, because it will allow me to give a higher quality to my audio. But yeah, overall, I really enjoyed this project. It was a struggle for me more than the video projects have been, because I'm so weird about my voice, just the way it sounds and how it sounds so much different than sometimes the material you're presenting. But in this project, I found out that sometimes your voice is the perfect thing to get your point across, and I look forward to revising my audio essay.